guys? It's Touchline Podcast here. We've changed our name. We've rebranded to Between the Sticks Podcast because we want to start this up again for the new NRL season coming up. We will be covering other sports such as NFL, football, anything that you want. Just put in the comments. Obviously, we're back with Callum as well.
Hi guys, hope you're all well. Hope you've been keeping safe over the lockdowns.
So basically, what happened with the last time, we all went back to work. Everything went back to reality, as you've seen with all the lockdown. But now we're back in lockdown, we can just focus on trying to get it all started again. And hopefully when we go back to work, we can keep it going.
Yeah, I think one of the big things for us both was it was a case of when we went back to work full time, and it was a case of we couldn't.
We were just trying to find days, wasn't it?
Yeah, and it was, we needed, that was our source of income, work, so we couldn't really sort of put that to one side, drop hours or whatever to do it, just because we wouldn't have been able to live basically with that. So
yeah.
Now that we're in lockdown, we thought if we can grind it out again, we'll see what we'll do. We're gonna have like a talk and everything like that about it, and see sort of what videos we'll put out, I guess. But at the minute, we're definitely doing podcasts, maybe one a week. But we're gonna have a chat, discuss what we want to do, and like Cam said, anything that you want to see, just let us know down below, and hopefully we can kick this on and get it going again, and sort of take it to the other level that we need to get to really with it, because we really loved it, didn't we? We always talked about it when we were in work and stuff like that,
Yeah, just to add on to that, like. We was trying to do like 2-3 podcasts a week, and we was trying to do these long-winded videos, which we couldn't really keep up. So maybe in the future we can do a podcast a week and then a few episodes, a few specials here and there.
Yeah, because we don't know how long this lockdown's going to go, but yeah, we really did want to sort of try and keep going, but with the working, we just couldn't manage it, and it was a lot of workload to go to work and then come home, and yeah, but hopefully we can get it to a stage now where we can maybe do it properly and do it and sort of take our time with it. We've learned from last time that we did it, and now we're not going to overstretch ourselves. We're going to do videos that we can manage, and that's kind of the starting bit, isn't it? Really, Cam? Like, it's one of them things.
Yeah.
You've always.
We've still got our Twitter, so if you keep an eye on that, we'll be posting when our videos are going to be up, when we've recorded and stuff like that. So just keep an eye out on the Twitter side, which we've just changed to Between the Sticks Podcast, which is BTS Podcast 21. So just keep an eye out.
Yeah, I mean, we could do a little one now. We are planning to do a certain special, aren't we? In the week for a game for something on the 7th, but
that doesn't give it away.
No, but yeah, we are thinking of doing like a Super Bowl special. Have a chat about it, because last time we did this, we didn't really have NFL to talk about.
No, well, NFL wasn't on. No, so, it was just started.
So yeah, but yeah, I mean, you looking forward to it, Cam?
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what we can get back into, and all the NRL starting up, all the changes that's been made there. Hopefully we can get into some news there and just have a good laugh with it, really.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, we've paid attention, haven't we, more than usual to NFL season. So we're really looking forward to the Super Bowl now, because we sort of know the two teams that are in it. We've watched them pretty much all season. So
and we'll be able to do a video on the Super Bowl and a breakdown of the season, what we thought.
Like with yourself, Cam, mate, because obviously people won't know this at all, but you're a Patriots fan, aren't you? So
big now.
And myself, I'm a Saints fan, so obviously we went out by Tom Brady. We weren't expecting him to get to the Super Bowl, but they have. But are you going in supporting a certain team for this, or are you?
It's quite good. Being a Patriots fan in the Super Bowl, you hate, especially in the UK, because you stay up so late.
Yeah.
You hate like the feeling of if we lose, especially that Atlanta game. You was there yourself. I was in a call, and I wanted to go to bed at half time with a score. But with it being teams you don't support, it's a bit better because you got that neutral feeling of you don't really care who wins. You just hope for a good game.
Yeah, we jinxed that game that night. We really did. We really
We did.
But
I'm glad though.
Are you looking at that like you don't want Tom Brady to win because obviously he left Patriots. Patriots didn't even make the playoffs. He gets to a Super Bowl, or are you are you wanting like him to just sort of? Because let's be honest, if he wins that and he beats Mahomes, he's cemented himself.
Yeah, I think we were talking about it anyway, weren't we? Like, it's kind of two quarterbacks with something to prove. Like Brady himself, he said it. His age, he just wants to prove that he's still got it, and that he can still compete at that level. Whereas Mahomes, obviously, he's the young dog, and he wants to prove something that he can just do it back to back, and hopefully be on the road to greatness. Really,
I think like for myself, I feel quite comfortable in it because like I don't have any sort of ties to this game. Like I think it's one of them. It would be good for Mahomes to win it back to back. That'd be unheard of. A quarterback of his age as well. I think that'd be unreal. But then it's like, do you want to watch history be made with Tom Brady winning his 7th ring? Is it? His 10th Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I just think history on.
It'll definitely. I think it'll break records for people watching.
Yeah.
But it's one of them. Like being a neutral in it, it's just going to be. We're just going to be hoping for a good game. Really, that's all you want really for a Super Bowl. As long as there's a few scores in it, like it's not like a boring game like the Patriots and Rams game was. As long as
that was quite a low scoring one, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was really low scoring. There's more field goals than touchdowns. That's when you know it's a bad Super Bowl.
So, now, like, we'll talk about the Super Bowl in a Super Bowl special and everything. We'll come on to that when we finally come to recording it. But literally, the last thing I want to talk about this one is because this is only meant to be a short one, really.
Yeah.
What is your opinion on obviously the quarterback situation? You've got Goff going to Detroit with Stafford going to Rams. Then you've got Drew Brees, whose future's up in the air at the minute, whether he is going to retire or not. You've also got the likes of Deshaun Watson, who's wanting to leave the Texans, and the bigger, which is Aaron Rodgers. But we'll talk about that one last because that might need a bit more because we both have our own theories, on that one. So we'll get to that when we get to it. But starting with the Goff one and Stafford one, what do you think about that? Really, what's your?
Well, my take on it is that I think it suits them both. Really, I mean, obviously Stafford's not the youngest; he's in his 30s now. I think the best opportunity to win is going to that Rams team. They've got both a good defence with obviously Aaron Donald and all that, and they've got a few good weapons on offence. And I think if they made it so far with Goff on offence, I think only adding Stafford to that, they might be able to push him over the edge a little bit. Same goes with Goff, really. Like with Detroit, I've been a bit disappointed in recent years, but he's only a young quarterback, so if they can develop a system around him, it might work well for them. Obviously, they got 2 first-round picks out of that as well, so they got a decent deal.
That's the fit. I think, like, with the... So the Rams got a first-round pick, was it?
No, the Rams give away, so...
right, okay, sorry, got you.
Yeah.
See, I think, because obviously there was talks that the head coach at Rams and Goff didn't get on. And I think Stafford's been lucky. I think Stafford will like to play in a playoff team. I know he's been there before. But I just think that now that he's at the Rams, who are consistently thereabouts in the playoffs, I think he'll do all right. He'll get a bit of experience. And I know you're saying he's 30, but that's quite young for a quarterback. And
he's 30. I think it's like 33.
I think if he
if
he can get a bit more, because if he could get experience of playoffs under his belt. You look at Brady now, who's 45, is it?
Something like that. Well, he's about 33. He's in his 40s either way.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. It gives him a bit more experience, and I think Goff, it gives him a bit more of a challenge now. Detroit, with them first-round picks, might be able to build a sort of, maybe not a Super Bowl roster, but a playoff roster, definitely.
Yeah, just a team that can go out there and compete more,
And that's it. I mean, what's your... Because, like, because now going on to obviously Deshaun Watson, a lot of talk about him. People are coming out saying that he's not serious about the trade. He'll be there next year at the Texans. But then you have got...
He came out and it said like it was in news, wasn't it, that he's requested now.
But I just think with Deshaun, it's like there's a few places that need him, you know, that could do a quarterback of that caliber. You know, but it just depends where he goes, you know, because like a lot of them are, I think, set in the ways. I think if he went to New England, it'd be very good there, but they'd have to change the whole playbook again.
There is one that I did see, like a theory sort of, that if Aaron Rodgers did leave, then Watson would go there because he's got everything. Then they're an all-rounded team, aren't they?
Yeah.
I mean, they consistently get to the conference finals.
That's not a bad shout at all.
But I think it'd suit the system, and if they do want to get rid of Rodgers and they're serious about that, I think that's the best replacement they can get, really.
Well, you've brought it up, so we may as well just quickly go over it. With the whole Rodgers situation, what I said was that if he did leave Green Bay, this is just my mad, wild theory I just thought of. If he leaves Green Bay, he goes to Washington. Now, Washington will have to pay up big time for him if they do. They'll offer him that. I think his name is Smith, the lad who came.
Alex
Smith, and they're going to have to give at least 2 first round picks for Rodgers.
So, well, if Stafford's worth two first rounds, you can't imagine what he's worth.
At least, and Smith is a very, very, very good quarterback. You know, I think he went 5-1 with Washington, 6-1 or something like that.
And to come back, what he's come from that leg injury that he had, it's mad.
Then even if he goes there and Deshaun Watson goes to Green Bay, it's not the end of the world because you can because if Deshaun Watson's going to be running it a bit more, things like that, just take him off the field for a play, let Alex Smith throw the ball. He'll have some good receivers around him. You know, but then he'll go because obviously Rodgers supported and loved watching the Washington Redskins at the time. He loved watching them. That was his boyhood club. He'll go there. Washington will obviously have to bring in a couple of receivers, you know, with the picks and hopefully find something.
Yeah, well, they've shown signs this year, especially with the defense with Chase Young coming in.
That Chase Young's a monster.
It's an up-and-coming team, really, so...
They might find that the first year they might only make it to the wild card, but I think when you've got someone like Rodgers as your quarterback, players will want to play for you.
Yeah, it'd be a bit like the Brady situation at Tampa, won't it?
I'm not saying they'll win a Super Bowl, but I definitely think that within 2-3 years, depending on how long they give him...
It influences players more, having big players such as Rodgers.
That's it. And then you've got, obviously, the young quarterback for Washington, Heineke. I think he'll benefit under Rodgers, even though he's a different quarterback. I think you could say to him, listen, Rodgers is out there, but, you know, don't think that we won't play you. You know, you might come out for, like, a couple of plays, and then we'll put Rodgers back in, you know. And he showed it against, was it Tampa that they played in the wildcard game? Heineke? Washington?
I think so, yeah. Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
He showed that he does want to carry a team, and, you know, he put his body on the line for the team, so that's always a good sign for a coach.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I had. That's just what I thought of when I thought of the whole Rodgers situation. You never know; he might stay at Green Bay. They might get to the Super Bowl next year. But I do think they need a bit more weapons going forward, and maybe a big player on defense. You know, that can make them stops. And I think when you look at like Brady, and then you look at especially Mahomes, he's got Tyreek Hill as his wide receiver, his number one. If that doesn't work, he's got Travis Kelce as his tight end.
Yeah.
If that doesn't work, he's got Edwards-Helaire. You know,
that's right. Yeah.
Le'Veon Bell as well went there, didn't he? And I think that's the difference between Green Bay and Chiefs who have won a Super Bowl. It's Rodgers doesn't have that many options. You know, you look at the 2-point conversion that they dropped Green Bay, and it's like you should.
Yeah, it was an easy catch. Yeah.
If he has someone like Travis Kelce, or it pains me to say it, but even someone like Gronk now in that team, a big tight end who can get away from defenders, create a bit of space, that ball is caught. I think
I agree with that.
they need to. I just think the first round pick when they took that Jordan Love, I think they could have picked someone that would benefit him on defense or give Rodgers another option going forward. Because he's only really got two.
Yeah, well, with the thing about the pick that they chose, you only really know when you pick them and whether rookies are going to have such big impact. But you're right, he needs something else, just that high quality player to come in, because only going to Devontae Adams so many times, it's just going to get predictable for the defense, and it's just not going to work anymore. You saw in that game how many times he tried to.
But then he's got nothing else to go for. We're not saying that if Rodgers had more weapons, he'd win, but I think them 3 turnovers that they had where they forced in interceptions against Brady.
Yeah, it just gives them more options, and it gives the defense more things to think about.
And it'll make Rodgers' life easier. It's like, right, if I can't go to him, I've got my tight end or I've got another wide receiver. You know, they could have taken Chase Claypool.
Yeah.
You know, you've got 2 wide receivers then that are quality. You know, Yeah. But
only time will tell.
That's it. It'll be an interesting one, but we'll have, like you said, we'll have to wait and see with that, won't we? It'll be an interesting one, the off season.
Whenever it comes to it, you got to be sure that between the sticks we'll cover it.
I like that. But have you got anything else to add, Cam? Anything to ask, or are you happy?
We're pretty much all set, ready to go for the Super Bowl in 7 days. Excited for it.
That's it.
And we'll be having an episode up very shortly with all predictions and a big run up to the Super Bowl.
I think we'll obviously, like I said, we're going to discuss video options, but we're going to probably stick to podcasts for the next couple of weeks just until we decide when and what we want to put out in between them. With the Super Bowl special, we'll have a talk about when we put it out. It'll probably be Friday or Saturday, would you say? But we'll let you know on Twitter. If you make sure you go and follow us over on that. But yeah, I mean, obviously, guys, do you have anything else to add? Sorry, Cam. Do you have?
That's pretty much it. Just like the video, subscribe, keep in contact with our Twitter, and just thanks a lot, guys.
Yeah, make sure you're active in the comments. Let us know what you want to do. But yeah, like Cam said, thank you very much. Hopefully we're going to power through this and get a lot of content out for you, get to a point where we can have some people on with us, you know, a few interviews, things like that. But yeah, stay safe, guys. All the best.
Yep.
And take care.